I'm Joshua Houston, Advocacy Director, Texas Impact. We're opposed to House Bill 3614. Texas Impact is the membership organization for the state's mainline Protestant, Jewish, and Muslim denominations. Our membership includes chaplains, and we, of course, affirm our religious professionals. Our concerns about the bill amount to two things: a lack of qualifications for the individual and a lack of oversight, especially in a setting with children rather than adults. Regarding qualifications, the bill lacks any educational requirements, any requirements for an endorsement or commission from a religious organization. It lacks experiential requirements like CPEs, where a chaplain is supervised by a more experienced chaplain in the training process. It lacks continuing education requirements. There is no actual training for the duties required under the education code, such as mental health or career counseling, and there is an unclear job description. Regarding oversight, the bill lacks requirements for the endorsing organization. For instance, in the military, there's federal regulations. For hospitals, they often have codes of conduct, and they work in partnership with that endorsing organization. And the endorsing organization maintains disciplinary history on professional conduct, like a licensing board or a state bar. On the government side of the partnership, we think any chaplain needs to be an employee of the school, not a volunteer. That's because employees can be hired, fired, and supervised. Employees also receive the background check in Chapter 411 of the Government Code, whereas volunteers may or may not under 220835E of the Education Code. Finally, we think the bill should explicitly clarify parameters for parental consent, for confidentiality, and clarify what the clergy penitent privilege is in such a case, in such a context. And finally, if they have access to any private medical information, that's protected. Thank you, and we look forward to working with you.
Thank you. Members, any questions of this witness? Representative Tallarico.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for being here. A lot of your testimony resonates with some of my concerns. I just want to be clear, though, if all those protections were put in place and we had these guardrails, you're not necessarily opposed to the idea in the bill itself. Your concern is the current draft lacking some of those protections. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, that's fair to say, correct. Our position as an organization was we would be neutral. We have not fully thought about whether or not it's a good idea, but it certainly, if we had guardrails in place, would get us to neutral.
Okay, thank you.